Please rise for the national anthem. And we are out here at the Stroh Center in Bowling Green, Ohio, getting ready for match number 5 of 6 in this Bowling Green Invitational. It's going to be between the Butler Bulldogs and the 49ers of Charlotte. Hello, I'm Donovan Mann, along with Chip Grennan, bringing you all the action here on YouTube Live as well as Mixler once I get the link set up, and it's not going to want to work. All right.
The starting lineups being announced. Not yet on the stats so far. We'll try to get to those as soon as possible.
To the public, though, so we will get you first for the 49ers of Charlotte. For Charlotte, it's going to look like this. For Charlotte, it'll be starting out at number 7, Sydney Rowan. Offensive force out there, joined alongside Nalia Lyde. And number 14, Anika Wetterstrom, the setter, taking over that primary setter spot after Mackenzie Rayum went down with an injury yesterday in their first match. She will not be playing again here today either. It's also going to be Tyra Galloway, another offensive force up in the middle there. And alongside Molly Shaw, Jocelyn Stoner, and then, of course, their libero, Yami Garcia. The Charlotte 49ers will be in their home whites here. They will be, even though this is a neutral site match, and then Yami Garcia, the libero, will be in their green jersey with the gold numbers and letters. And then for the Butler Bulldogs, Chip.
Starting it off, their setter in number 4, Megan Ramsayer. Number 7, the outside hitter, Brittany Robinson. Another outside hitter, number 9, Anna Logan. Another outside hitter, too many outside hitters here. Number 13, Megan Sheridan. Number 16, middle blocker, Melody Davidson. Number 17, Rillian Dennis, the middle blocker, and their libero is number 14, Elizabeth Lebu.
So we're getting ready to get underway here from the Stroh Center in Bowling Green, Ohio. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in on YouTube.com from wherever you may be viewing. Again, Donovan Mann, Zach Crennan. This is a presentation of the Bowling Green.
Did you say Zach? Yeah, you did.
Zachary Crennan. He goes by Chip, though.
I immediately stopped you right there and said,
Chip Crennan.
And we're just waiting for final confirmation from the what do you call it? Referees, line judge.
We're going to finish up doing the lineups. Of course, there is the starting rotation where the liberos rotate in at the beginning of the game, rotate usually one of the other starters out. But for Butler, it looks like it's going to be Rillian Dennis, going back to serve, the redshirt senior from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Fun fact about the Butler head coach. I'm from Davis, California. The Butler head coach coached at UC Davis for six years in the 1990s.
Of course, it seems like we're having application with a spare ball on the court. Of course, you don't want that on the court. You know, somebody gets up and under and, there's that issue. Whoop, I trip on a ball, and that is not good.
Whenever anyone trips on a ball, I think of the movie Rookie of the Year. It's a baseball movie where the guy trips on a ball, breaks his arm, and has this amazing fastball. It's a kid, of course.
Of course. So Dennis will put this one up. It'll go left to right, and we are underway here at the Stroh Center. Garcia will dig it out. And now she's going to be put over for a free ball by Lyde. Gives Butler a chance to set it up. It's going to go to Anna Logan. Butler puts it back over, jousting at the net. Won by Butler, but Charlotte does keep it alive. Here comes the setup over Molly Shaw. Deception move, blocked at the net. Butler keeps it alive. Going here, it's going to be Logan again. Charlotte now sets their offense going to the side. That's going to be Rowan. And this one will go on the wrong side of the pins, actually on the wrong side of the net completely. So Charlotte will get the side out and the opening point. Charlotte is 0-2 in this Invitational, as well as the Bulldogs 0-2 in the Invitational. Charlotte lost their first match against BG yesterday, the hosting team in the opening match for the Falcons and Charlotte. Here's a point by Butler on the side out. Or actually, no, that one goes too far. It's a point for Charlotte on the side out, or no side out.
On the attack error.
On the attack error, thank you. So Charlotte, and then they came out against Cleveland State, put up a hard-fought couple of first two sets before the third set. Cleveland State ran with it. So Charlotte lost in 2 sweeps to open up the match, and now Charlotte will get another point, quickly jumping out to a 3-0 lead here on Butler after the block successful there at the net on the joust. For Butler, they're also 0-2 on the Invitational. They lost the opening match of the Invitational. Service ace now here for Charlotte. They're up 4-0. For Butler, they lost that opening match in a 5-set battle with Cleveland State, and then they lost to the Falcons yesterday. After taking a dominant first set, Falcons turned it around and took the next 3 sets to win 3-1. So both these teams playing really for 3rd place in the Invitational rankings, as well as just prides at this point. Here comes Nelia Lyde. Yep, slapped over and off of the tip, it down it goes. So Butler will finally get on the scoreboard. It's now 4-1. Charlotte's still on top, but the side out will put back Megan Ramsier to serve. Ramsayer serves it up and over. It's going to be dug out by Rowan.
Little awkward on that dig there.
Here comes the setup now at the net, but the dig comes back to the far side, and then it's going to be Tyra Galloway throwing it back down for the point. So side out, and once again back up by 4 are the 49ers. 5-1. Galloway will go back to serve. Had herself a pretty good match against Cleveland State with 4 service aces on that one. Here comes the setup at the net and putting it down. That's going to be Anna Logan for the kill. Side out Butler. It's now 5-2. Charlotte still on top by 3.
Good job there by Logan to get that ball over the net and in play through the block.
Anna Logan puts this one up and over the net, and it'll be dug out. Here comes Charlotte now to go on the attack on the far side. On the slide, that's Molly Shaw. Put up and over, dug out. Jousting at the net. Quickly put back over on the Charlotte side. Now Butler gets it back, and now we're going to have a violation as Butler, I believe, does 4 touches, and Anna Logan's going to come over and argue that the first touch was perhaps a tip at the net and not an actual touch.
And so is the coach to the other referee.
But they're saying that the motion in which the ball traveled up, and now we'll see if there's actually going to be a challenge call on this one.
As Logan goes over and talks to her coach, gives the explanation from the head ref, if I'm correct.
The first official up judge, and then the second official over there, and then the lines judges as well.
Substitution coming in for Charlotte as Perrins will check in for Shaw.
It's 6-2 here as there will be no challenge card thrown down. So we'll see Perrins serve here. Sophia Perrins, the senior from Stavanger, Norway. Puts this one up and over. It'll be dug out. Here comes the setup one over on the other side. That's Robinson. It's going to be tipped, kept alive here by Charlotte. And then blocked right down as a miscue there from Jocelyn Stoner. She mistimed her ball, and then the couple of Butler players were able to just put that one right back down. So side out Butler, make it 6-3. Charlotte still leading by 3. Serving it up and over will be the libero, Elizabeth LeBou, but she puts a little bit too much air under that one. It'll be a service error on LeBou. That'll make it 7-3. Side out Charlotte. Rotating in is going to be number 6, Taylor Berg. She'll be replacing Nalani Lyde. to serve. This was a rotation we saw a little bit yesterday in both those matches. Something regular that Charlotte will be doing. It's going to be dug out by Anna Logan. Here comes the setup at the net. That is Robinson. Blocked to the net, kept alive by Butler. Here comes a tip. Over, Garcia will dig it out. Jousting at the net, Garcia digs out the win, but we've got a call here as it looks like Charlotte did touch the net.
Yeah, number 14, Wetterstrom had her foot go under the net and as well touch the net. So net violation on Charlotte.
Megan Sharandon will go back to serve now for Butler. The outside hitter puts this one up and over. It'll be dug out there on the low dig. Here comes the setup now. It's going to be for Rowan. Rowan tipped to the net. Actually, no, there is no tip day rule, so that one will go straight out of bounds with too much power. And now Butler back within 2. It's 7-5. Back to serve again will be Megan Sharandon. She's a freshman from Zionsville, Indiana.
Of course, Butler located in Indiana.
As she goes to a service error there, as that one gets put a little bit too far on that far side. On the service error, we'll see the side out, and Yumi Garcias, the libero, will go back to serve.
Both teams' hits percentages are set at 0%, .000. Interesting fact.
Jousting into that, it's going to be won there by Megan Ramsayer. Megan Ramsayer, the setter for Butler, winning the joust there. Brings Butler back within 2. It's 8-6. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in. Wherever you may be tuning in, Donovan Mann, Zach Crennan bringing you I'm going to call you Zach Crennan now. Chip Crennan bringing you the call here from the Stroh Center in the Hampton Inn Bowling Green Invitational. Match number 5 of 6. This one's between Butler and Charlotte. Here it might be a service ace, but Charlotte does manage to keep it alive, and then Berg gets it across the net. So great hustle there by Charlotte to keep that one alive. Here comes the setup for Anna Logan. She gets the kill off the tip of the net, and then it just goes a little bit out of bounds. But with the tip, Butler gets back within 1. It's now 8-7.
And Butler back to serve again is Zimba.
Back to serve number 3, Jillian Zimba.
I said that wrong.
With a little bit too much air. It's like Simba with a Z. It's a Zimba.
You're right.
Yeah. On the side out there, Charlotte gets the point. It's now 9-7, and going back to serve is going to be number 14 for Charlotte, Anika Wetterstrom, their freshman setter from Longmont, Columbia. One of 2 international players, already mentioned Perrins from Norway. Here comes the setup now in the middle. That's going to be for Zimba, but Zimba puts too much air on it, trying to get it across to end with no tip. Point for Charlotte. They get back up by 3. It's now 10-7.
Butler, even though they're trailing by 3, they have a better hitting percentage than the 49ers.
This is going to be put up and over. Here comes the setup now coming on the slide. That's Dennis with the kill. Good move there by Dennis to locate that ball. Brings Butler back by 2 on the side out. We're going to have a 10-8 lead for Charlotte, and Dennis will go back to serve.
Butler already with 3 service errors.
This one will be dug out by Garcia. Here comes the setup now. That's going to be for Shaw. Shaw will get the kill as that goes off the arms of Megan Sharandon on Butler and into the Butler bench. Point Charlotte, 11-8. They lead by 3 again. Side out. It'll be Berg to rotate out. Rotating in will be Lyde. And back to serve will be Sydney Rowan. Playing in her 7th match of the season. She's one of very few players on the Charlotte team to have played in every set as well. Here comes the setup at the net. It'll be dug out beautifully there on the hard kill, and this one's just going to be punched over there by Shaw. Butler gets the free play. Trying to throw it down. That looked like that was Melody Davis. Now the setup for Lyde. Lyde dug out. Here comes the setup over there for Logan. Logan, Garcia with the diving save. And then Tyra Galloway, the native from Advanced North Carolina, puts that one down for the kill. It'll be 12-8 Charlotte. Back to serve, Sydney Rowan. And service ace, as unable to dig that one out, was LeBou. Her dig puts it basically right at the ladder of the up judge there, and then timeout Butler as they trail by 5. It's 13-8 Chip. Very impressive display we've seen there from Charlotte coming out. Again, Charlotte was swept in their first 2 matches in this invitational. And, you know, that Bowling Green one, that was kind of a hard one. And I think their highest margin of loss was, or actually their lowest margin of loss was 10. And it really just, that was the first time. It just kind of went downhill from there for them. And then they had a hard-fought one with Cleveland State where they lost the first 2 sets, I believe, 25-23 each, but then kind of lost that third set in a dominant fashion. I think this is really for them. They're trying to reassert themselves here, trying to get that pride back because, you know, they entered in as the only winning team in this Invitational record-wise with 3-1. They quickly fell to 3-3, though.
Yeah, they did. What's happening to them right now is kind of reminding me of what happened last year to Bowling Green at the Cleveland State Invitational that I had the privilege to go with the team there. Bowling Green lost to UC Irvine 3-0, lost to Illinois 3-0, and then they were down to Cleveland State 2-0, and then they won 3 straight sets against Cleveland State, and that turned around their whole season. Of course, ended up being MAC champions.
MAC regular season
champions. So it's all about your morale, and I think both teams are just trying to find a good morale and to leave the tournament with a victory to help them through the rest of the season.
So for the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, the 49ers, they come out of the break and back to serve once again will be Sydney Rowan. Just go slide this one up and over the net. It'll be dug out by LeBeau this time perfectly. Here comes the setup at the net, and Anna Logan unable to locate that ball cleanly as she finds it a little bit too far on that sideline. 49ers get the point. It's now 14-8, and the timeout did not serve its purpose. Back to serve again will be Sydney Rowan. She's joined out there by Yumi Garcias as well as Molly Shaw as we see Rowan put that one a little bit too far. Tyra Galloway is also going to be out there with Anika Wedestrom and Molly Shaw. And the last player out there is Nolani Lyde. Here comes the serve up and over from Butler. Lyde will get this one coming up on the slide. It's going to be tipped at the net, and then it'll go past the baseline there with no Bulldog able to get it back up. It'll be now 15-9, side out for Charlotte. Yumi Garcias will rotate out as rotating in will be Jocelyn Stoner. And back to serve will be Galloway. Puts this one up and over, but a little bit too far with too much air. That'll get the side out to Butler now. It's 15-10, and Anna Logan will go back to serve.
A lot of service errors so far, 5 total, 2 for the 49ers and 3 for Butler.
Sharandon will rotate back in as rotating out will be Zimba for Butler. Logan serves this one up and over to be dug out here by Rowan. Here comes the setup now. Over and trying to put that down with Stoner, but Butler keeps it alive and then just punched over for a free ball with a little bit too much air right there on the line, but yes, that was out. So a point for Charlotte. They will get a side out again. It's now 16-10. Right now, it just really seems like Butler's just struggling to find consistency on offense.
I would agree with that. Sorry, I'm getting the Bowling Green football scores updated. Kansas State and Bowling Green football's underway. Kansas State first and goal in that game.
So Sophie Perrins will go back to serve, right? Had a pause at the scores table, and now we will go. So Perrins up and over. It's going to be dug out there by Logan, but diving for it is LeBeau. Just keep it over, and then Logan will send it over for a free ball. Here comes the setup now. Going in here for Lyde. Lyde goes with the tip. Diving stop there by Ramsayer. Tapped up. Here comes the setup for Lyde now at the line. Diving LeBeau cannot get that enough air under that one. So Charlotte will get the point as it's 17-10. And again, Charlotte looking at playing their best volleyball of this entire invitational here in set number 1.
Yeah, LeBeau on that last play just couldn't get to that ball in time as she got contact with it and took the wrong path on the dive that she made.
Here comes the setup for Sharandon, who gets the kill there as it finds the edge of inbounds. That'll be now 17-11. That'll put Elizabeth LeBeau back to serve the libero for Butler. High, but short serve, but it is dug out by Charlotte. Coming off the side is Stoner. Set up for Sharandon. Sharandon blocked at the net, and it goes down just inbounds. Sharandon thought that one might have been going out of bounds, but just inbounds. The block is successful there by Charlotte. And Charlotte gets the side out. It's 18-11. Lyde will rotate out as Berg will rotate in for the serve. Berg back to serve. 18-11. Punched up and over the net. This will be set up here now on the slide. That's Horn, Shea Horn, who just rotated in, gets the kill as it's tipped up and out of bounds. We saw this in the last 2 matches as well. When things kind of were going tough, they would try to get some more offense using Shea Horn. It didn't work out for them in that second match for Butler. We'll see if it works out for them here as Sherandon serves this one up and over. Here comes the tap up now. It's put over for a free ball. As we see Horn get this one again. Diving stop there by the 49ers. Rowan goes with the kill. It was tipped. Deception move. Punched up and over, and now we will see a error, as I believe getting up and into the net was the 49ers.
Yeah, 49er number 7, Rowan, got her foot underneath the net and onto the other side of the court.
18-13, Bulldogs will serve. It'll be Megan Sherandon to serve. It'll be dug out cleanly. And then just put over for free ball there by Perrins. Going now is Horn. Horn with the strong yet soft. I don't know how to describe that other than that. It was perfect. She'll get the kill. She just splits the defense there. 18-14. Butler on a little bit of a run here, Chip.
Yes, they are. Only down by 4. They did trail by 7 at one point.
Sherandon will serve it again. It'll be dug out. Berg digs that one out. Here comes the setup for Rowan. Tipped off the block and goes down with nobody able to get to it in time from the Butler side. So side out 49ers. It's now 19-14. Yumi Garcias will go back to serve. As this one is tipped at the net by Galloway, it goes down on the 49ers side for the kill there by Butler. Credit the kill on the side out. Going back to serve will be Zimba. It's 19-15, 4-point set here again in set number 1. Berg digs it out. We're gonna have a joust at the net, but Garcia will keep that one up and alive. And then just punched over by Perrins. Coming up in the middle, that's Zimba. Zimba, she'll be dug out. Rowan, tip to the net. Bulldogs keep it alive just for a moment, but it does eventually fall out of bounds on the tip. And timeout, Bulldogs, as it's a 20-15 game. 49ers, again, they're playing strong here, hitting .217 on the match already, and they're playing with those 2 service aces as well. Just all in all, this is, I think, their cleanest volleyball all invitational.
Yeah, if I'm both teams right now, I'm thinking, okay, we don't want to lose this, go 0-3 in the tournament. It's never good, like I mentioned, to their morale. I think this is going to be, my guess it's not going to go 3 straight sets, the way that the teams are battling in this game so far between the Bulldogs and the 49ers. I do think Charlotte did come out a little stronger. Their hitting percentage is showing that as they're hitting 250, while Butler's only hitting 133.
Biggest stat I'm looking there, too, is those 7 errors there for Butler, just 2 for Charlotte. You know, Butler's actually got more kills, but they've also got more errors and more attempts. Charlotte, I think, just all in all, cleaner volleyball. Yeah,
both teams do have multiple service errors as well. Charlotte with 2, Butler with 3.
Charlotte also with 2 blocks as a team, and only half a block for Butler.
Rowan are leading in the digs category for LeBeau, for Butler, and Garcia. Of course, you would expect the liberos to be leading in digs, and that's the case here as the teams break their huddle.
Reset that lineup for you for the 49ers. It'll be Perrins, joined by Rowan, as well as Tyra Galloway. Yumi Garcia's the libero will be with Berg, and then back to serve, it will be number 14, the setter, Anika Wetterstrom. For the 49er, or for the Butler Bulldogs, it'll look like this. Megan Sherandon will be joined out there with Jillian Zimba. LeBeau, the libero, will be joined out there with Brillian Dennis. Megan Ramsayer is out there as well. And I believe I also see Brittany Robinson on the court as well. This one will be set up for Megan Logan, who I thought was Robinson, but it's actually Logan. And Logan with the kill as the tip goes into the student section bleachers here at the Stroh Center. So Bulldogs back within 4. It's 20-4.
Of course, no students in attendance for this game that are sitting in the student section, that is. Of course, there are students calling the game.
I'm sure there's a few students in here of some sort coming out watching some good volleyball. Here comes the setup now on the other side for Rowan. Rowan beats the block, but the tip sends it back towards media row, and Zimba unable to chase that one down.
Still a 5-point lead for Charlotte, 21-16. Charlotte, of course, in the red zone.
21-16, 5-point lead for the 49ers of Charlotte. They've got a long trip back. I don't know if they flew, but it's about a 9-hour drive from here to Bowling Green. Or from Bowling Green, rather, to Charlotte. I would know. I'm very familiar with that drive, having to make it multiple times a year. Being from Charlotte myself.
Make that with an emphasis on being from Charlotte. Why'd you go to BG?
I was born here in Bowling Green, but I lived past 11 years in Charlotte after we moved down. Here comes the setup for Anna Logan. And unable to get that one. There was no tip at the net, so that's a 4th hit as Logan just could not get enough air under that one. Just puts it right down into the net, 23-16. Charlotte 2 points away from winning their first set of the Bowling Green Invitational.
Rowan really showing what she can do, leading the team in kills with 4 for Charlotte.
And you want to talk, by the way, about why you went to BG?
Yeah,
You're
that's
from
true.
California.
I am from California.
You're from California.
So I think I get that more than you do.
Rowan serves this one up and over. I have a legitimate answer, too. I don't know what your answer is. This one's tipped as it goes out of bounds. The Bulldogs will get the kill. And the point there, it's 23-17 on the side out.
Yeah, it's the perfect. It had everything I wanted.
Had everything.
The major.
That's what you look for in college, too. It has to have everything you want.
Exactly. Perfect size, too. Meanwhile, Charlotte's going to get this ball up in the kill attempt.
Dug out there by Ramsayer, the setter. Here comes the setup now for Logan. Logan finds the back line there as Yumi Garcia cannot get to it in time. Bulldogs not done yet. It's 23-18, and I can remember seeing this in every match the Bulldogs played. There was, really any match last night, there was plenty of times where it looked like a team had a chance to put it away early, but there was a run. But as we see, Tyra Galloway put this one down. Set point for Charlotte. It's 24-18.
Galloway timed her jump perfectly on that set by Wetterstrom.
Galloway. She'll take her time, dribble this one out. Now she'll put this one up and over. LaBou comes and gets that one. Now it's going to be blocked at the net. Tips down on the other side, though, for 49ers. Or rather, a Butler kill. So side out Butler, 24-19, but it's still set point for the 49ers.
Go ahead.
You had something to say?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, Butler doesn't want to have to another side out here. Charlotte gets the ball, dug out. He's going to send it over.
Going on the slide there. It's going to be dug out there for Butler. Put up here now for Sharandon. Sharandon finds the back. No, she does. Oh, we do rule a.
There was a tip.
There was a bunch of indecision there. It looked like the judge was ready to rule a tip.
Well,
one line judge ruled it out, but the second official rules that it was inbounds. I don't know. It's a point for Butler, 24-20. Here comes the setup in the middle then now. Stoner puts that one down for the set point, 25-20. Charlotte wins their first set of the Bowling Green Invitational. Chip, a hard-fought set there as well.
Yeah, like I said, and I'm going to say it again, this match I could see going five sets. It gets quiet all of a sudden here at the Stroh Center.
We will go. They will switch sides, of course, between sets like they always do, and we will step aside. You are watching the Hampton Inn Bowling Green Invitational match between the Charlotte 49ers and the Butler Bulldogs. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back here to the Stroh Center. Bill Frack Court. I don't know if we say that a lot. Most of the time, we don't say Bill Frack Court here at the Stroh Center. As
I can't
Charlotte,
think of anybody ever saying Bill Frack Court.
The Charlotte 49ers and the Butler Bulldogs heading into set 2. Charlotte picked up the set 1 victory 25-20. Going over some quick stats here. Rowan led Charlotte in kills with 4 and 7 attempts. Leading the way for Butler with 6 kills is Logan. Logan, of course, has 13 total attempts, 1 assist. Ramsayer leading the Butler Bulldogs with 11 assists, while 9 assists for Wetterstrom for Charlotte. And it looks like Butler will have the serve to start.
Having had the opportunity to watch all 3 of broadcast really all 3 of Charlotte's matches this weekend, I can safely say that was the best Charlotte has looked all weekend, hitting at a 310 attack percentage. And that first match, especially against BG, they just looked sloppy. They looked out of place, and they really they did not look like a team with a 3-1 record, now 3-3 record. And
the serve was off. It's going to be tipped at the net, and it'll be net violation. Charlotte gets the first point of the second set, and they go up 1-0. And Wetterstrom will go back to serve for the Niners. Serves off. It's going to be a low serve. Diving dugout there by the libero for Butler. It's going to be another hit over the net. Set up, and it's going to be hit over. It'll go too far out of play. Attack air on Shaw for Charlotte. Side out, Butler.
And yeah, that's what happens when you try to put some power on it without getting up and jumping it, but she really had no chance to get it. That wasn't the cleanest of sets there by Wetterstrom, and that's something I'm going to watch out for when we watch the freshman setter, because when you have to take over, especially for a senior or redshirt junior setter rather, who gets hurt in the first match, unfortunately, you're thrown into that role. And, a little bit of inexperience there, I think, got the better of Wetterstrom.
Yeah, Wetterstrom has had some questionable sets for Charlotte, but she's also had some really nice sets as that one. Butler ended up getting the point on there, 2-1 Butler, and the attack arrow is going to be successful there. As the diving save by LeBou was not able to save it, so 3-1 or side out 2-2. It'll be back to serve as Rowan for Charlotte. Sydney Rowan, 3 service aces so far in today's game. And it's going to be blocked at the net. I believe that's number 11 for Charlotte in Lyde. That's her second block of the game.
And that's one thing I did notice Charlotte did pretty well against BG was they were getting up and they were timing their blocks well. It's just BG was able to get the balls up, and the blocks weren't as successful because BG was there to recover off of the blocks. And, they struggled a little bit against Cleveland State with the blocks as well. They struggled with the blocks at Cleveland State as well, not getting their timing right, but they eventually did turn that round. Charlotte is a pretty good blocking team.
And another kill there by Lyde, and Charlotte goes up by 2, now 4-2. Back to serve again is Rowan. Serve out. It's going to be a diving try there by libero in LeBou, but not able to get the right arm on it, and it'll be a service ace.
Charlotte definitely came to play today. You can just tell they are determined to, I think they're determined to get the sweep here. Said, hey, we got swept twice yesterday. Let's go ahead and sweep the opponent here. Let's get our record back up above 500, and let's get the W here and go back home happy.
Wetterstrom with a beautiful set there to the middle blocker, and Galloway for the kill. 6-2, like you were mentioning. Charlotte on top. It wouldn't surprise me if Butler wants to call a timeout here, as their coach a little fired up on.
It would surprise me, and I think it should surprise the world if Tyra Galloway is not listed as all invitational team, because she has played lights out for Charlotte in each and every match, and already she's working it here, doing well with 3 kills, and she's probably, when it's all said and done, will lead this team in kills.
Yeah, side out meanwhile for Butler as they get the point there on the service error by Rowan. And back to serve for Butler is Dennis. And it'll be a service ace for Dennis, the first service ace for the Bulldogs in today's game. Really in Dennis picking up that ace.
Yeah, and that goes against 3 service errors. Something that the head coach for the Bowling Green State University Falcons always stresses is you've got to win the serve and receive. And that's very crucial. And, you've got to find your right person to serve, and you've got to find to receive it cleanly. And, right now, serving, as we see Dennis put back a service error. That's something Butler has not done well is their serving. They've got the 1 service ace to the 4, now 4 service errors, where meanwhile on the other side, Charlotte with 4 service aces to 3 service errors.
It's all one player for Charlotte, and it's Sydney Rowan with all 4 of those, and that's going to be another service error, this time on the middle blocker, Galloway. So her second service error of the game. 4 service errors for both teams, and it's only the second set. Like you were mentioning, serve and receive is something that both teams probably might want to look
want to address going forward in their seasons.
Wetterstrom with the set over to Davidson, I believe, over. And it'll be a net violation, I believe. Butler gets the point.
Yeah, looks like Charlotte got up into the net there a little bit, and the net is shaking. So call the error there on that one. And
it's going to be a challenge issued by Charlotte.
So Charlotte will challenge the play.
Of course, there only being 1 camera here, so and that's the main monitor, or the main camera. That is, you can see.
Yeah, unfortunately, we will not have video replay, I don't think, for this match. So we will just have to speculate.
Man, you've seen Jeopardy, have you?
What?
I don't know. It's just
I say let's speculate. So let's talk about the Jeopardy music they're playing right now in the Stroh Center.
Whenever I think of Jeopardy, I just think of how that guy won $2 million earlier this year.
Is that about that guy who just never seemed to be able to lose?
Yeah, he always got the lower questions. I watch Jeopardy at home with my mom sometimes.
What does this have anything to do with volleyball?
There was actually a volleyball question on one of those games.
Okay.
It was like,
all right, looks like they've got the call in, so they're going to go ahead.
It did its purpose. Talking about Jeopardy did its purpose.
Okay, we killed time. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And they will award the point to Butler. Call is confirmed on the court, so Charlotte loses the challenge.
And Butler now within 1. It's 7-6 in favor of the 49ers of Charlotte. Back to serve for Butler is Sheridan. Megan Sheridan, 1 service error already today. And she gets it over the net, set up by Wetterstrom. Right back to Lyde, who got it over. It's going to be an attack from the back. Will be a successful attack there by, I believe it was number 9 for Butler in Anna Logan.
And Butler's not a team that's just going to roll over and say, oh, fine, you could have this one. Butler is going to be one that fights. We saw that in their first match yesterday when they took on Cleveland State and went to 5, and they did unfortunately lose that one. But they are a team that likes to fight and can win and take you the limit.
Wetterstrom a little strong on that set. Like you mentioned, something to watch. Wetterstrom set it a little too far for Lyde, and Lyde will be given the attack error.
Lyde, unfortunately, tried to pull that one back, tried to keep it in front of the pin, get it over, but she just absolutely just took out the pin on the way in. You know, you could see it shaking. I think it's still shaking ever so slightly still.
And Charlotte with the kill. Believe that's number 18 in Stoner, picking up her first kill of the night, or of the afternoon. And we're tied now at 8. Side out. Charlotte back to serve is Perrins. Sophie Perrins, for no service errors, no service aces so far this afternoon. As the referee's talking, probably a little malfunction with the scoreboard, it looks like.
We should be tied at 8, and they're ready to go.
And the serve's up, and it's going to get over the net, dug out by Butler. And it's going to be set, and it'll be pushed over. Another dig, Wetterstrom with the set, and it'll be over to Lyde.
That was a good set right there.
And a poor attack hit, and it will be a
bad hit.
Bad hit on Lyde as they all look at their coach, and the coach says, yeah, no, that was an attack error. And side out, Butler now with the lead, 9-8. Back to serve is Zemba with 1 service error on the day. Low serve, dugout. Wetterstrom with a nice set, tipped at the block. It'll be a free play coming for Charlotte. Another set, and it'll be diving dig there by
It's going to be
Butler.
another bad hit. They're going to call lift ball on that one, and yeah, definitely it was. You just cannot do that. If you're going to hit it up, you've got to do it with a fist. You can't do it palm up, and that's exactly what she did. She kind of just palmed it up, so that's a miscue there by Butler. Another one for them.
Taylor Berg now in to serve for the 49ers. And it's going to be get it off. It'll be set up by Ramsayer. And a nice attack kill there by number 7 for Charlotte in Rowan. That's her 5th kill of the game.
Yeah, and for Rowan, that was a well-located ball right there along that edge of that far side. Perfectly placed ball and so hard that no Butler player had any real chance.
That serve hit the net, but it got over. It'll be set up, and it will be Logan gets it over. Wetterstrom set over to Stoner, and dug out there. Wetterstrom another set over to Browen this time. And Butler's going to get a deception move, and it's going to be a good deception move as Butler gets the point and the side out. And we're all knotted up at 10.
Yeah, and here we go. You said this one could have the potential to go 5. This is definitely a very close matchup here, and it's all going to depend, I think, who wins this second set. I think if Charlotte wins the second set, I don't want to call it over, but Butler will have a long hill back, and it's not impossible. But Butler definitely looks like they're just fighting for their match already here. And, it's early on. But, again, they just look like they're fighting for their match. Again, both teams 0-2 coming into this Invitational, or coming into this final match there for them in the Invitational. Neither team wants to go home winless.
And a really good serve there by Garcia for Charlotte. And after a little back and forth action, Garcia with couldn't dig it out in time, so it'll be a Butler point. Side out, we're knotted up at 11 now. Serving it now for Butler is Ramsayer. And she gets the serve up. It'll dug out. It'll be set up and over by Rowan. And a trying diving dig there. She can't get it in play. It goes into the stands.
Well, there was a netting violation actually before that, and that's what they're going to award Butler the point on, is somebody got up in the net for you and for UNC Charlotte 49ers.
A little update on BG football. They're trailing 10-0 in the first quarter. And it will be a side out coming now for Charlotte as Wetterstrom will come back to serve. And again, we're knotted up for a while. Now at 12.
Neither team could break away, and that's just credit here to both these teams fighting hard. And unlike that first set when it looked like Charlotte was able to break away and just really got away once they did get away, neither team here in the early to middle goings now able to really get away.
As the serve hit the net. Wetterstrom's going to get this back over on a set to Rowan. Diving dig there by LeBeau. Set up by Galloway. Over to Rowan, who will get the kill. Galloway gets the assist.
A perfectly placed ball in that back corner on the far side there. Cannot put it much better. Rowan, she does that so well. I noticed that in the first couple of matches as well. The junior from High Point, North Carolina, with a good located ball as we see the service ace now here.
By Wetterstrom. Her first of the afternoon. Another serve over by Wetterstrom. It's going to go a little too far. And side out, Butler back to within 1, 14-13, 49ers lead.
So from ace to error there, and that's, I think, the number one way, in my opinion, to kill momentum is a service error. Especially when you get out by 2 and it looks like 49ers might be trying to run out a little bit more. You commit that service error, it's a backbreaker.
And Garcia dig set up by Wetterstrom. It'll be gotten over. Now set by Ramsayer. And now sent over back by Shaw. Ramsayer with the set, trying to get blocked at the net by Galloway. And that'll be a solo block. Point Charlotte, and they're now back up by 2.
Yeah, Galloway came into the Invitational as their leader and has done nothing but helped her cause in that category, leading them now in blocks, continuing as she was a force at the net yesterday in both matches, and today she's continuing that force as well. Tyra Galloway already with 4 total blocks, including a solo block on the day.
And sent over the net. Garcia with the set over to Lied at the edge. It'll be side out Butler as they get the point. And they're, again, back within 1.
Yeah, that was an attack error there. Just a little bit too far on with some heat there on that one, but they'll recover. You like her game there. Lied has been doing really well at attacking in this one.
William Dennis's serve gets over the net. Garcia to Weatherstrom, blocked at the net by Butler, but Rowan will get it over for the kill, her 9th kill of the night. Why do I keep saying night?
I don't know. You're used to broadcasting games tonight. You know, yeah, Rowan, she's, again, with her 9 kills, only 1 error on 16 attempts, hitting at 500. She's doing a really good job.
4 service aces as well.
4 service aces as well. She is carrying this Charlotte team right now, but she is not doing it alone, but she's definitely been the primary factor.
And looked like a kill there by Butler. However, she did run into the net afterwards, so I'm not the referee, so I don't call it. It looked like could have been an attack error or net violation. Sent over by Butler on the serve. We're 16-15 Charlotte, and now it's going to be 17-15 Charlotte as they get the kill. I believe that is Stoner with Wetterstrom getting the set. Coming in to serve for Charlotte is Sophie Perrins. Perrins on the day, 2 attempts, 1 assist, and 2 digs for Charlotte. As the referee talking to the other side of the court.
I think the scoring table over there just wanted some confirmation on how to properly score it.
And it serves up, it'll get over the net. Set up by Butler, and it'll be sent over. Wetterstrom now with the set. Over to Lyde, who got it over. And it's going to be nice dug out there by Charlotte. And attack coming from the back by Butler. And it'll be a nice long point here. It'll be sent over, and it'll be a point coming for Charlotte on that massive miscue.
What a huge play there by Charlotte. Oh my goodness, the hustle shown by all of the Charlotte team to get that kill with the tip. And of course, Butler's going to argue something here, but that is an absolutely energizer there for Charlotte as they just scrambling all over the place, get that over, and really just looked like, hey, let's get this over for a free ball, let's recover. And then Butler just with the miscue tips it even further out of bounds. You know, in on that one was the 2-time defending conference player, the libero, conference player of the year, defending conference player of the year, Yumi Garcias out of Conference USA. She was that second hit, and she was the one that really set that up so it could be thrown back over. And now we're going to have some more discussion as head coach Sharon Clark will try to get her point forth. And I don't think we're going to see a green card, though. Oh, play on. Butler trailing by 3 now.
Butler is definitely hanging in on this game as Charlotte back to serve again is Perrins. And she's going to get this off. But it's going to hit the net, service error, and side out.
And again, biggest momentum killer, I think, in all of volleyball will be that service error. We'll see if Charlotte can recover, get the side out here immediately. But meanwhile, Butler, they've got to try to take advantage of that because it'll be, if they want to get themselves in this one, it's only a 2-point match, but we are hitting the later stages of set number 2. Again, Charlotte leading 1-0.
Zemba on that serve, be blocked at the net, but it goes down on Charlotte's end. It will be a point for Butler, and they're back within 1. Back to serve is Zemba for the Bulldogs. She's going to get it off. Low serve there. Got it over the net. Wetterstrom with the set over to Lyde. Blocked at the net. And another deception move there by Wetterstrom. And it'll be Logan with the kill for the Bulldogs. And we're tied at 18.
And yeah, Bulldogs doing exactly what they needed to do. They got the side out off of a service error a couple points ago. And then what do they do? Oh, they come back and they tie it back up with a couple more points. And they're doing exactly what they need to do.
Wetterstrom going over to Stoner, who tipped it over, but a good response there by the Bulldogs to get it right back over immediately, and it lands down for the kill.
Brooke Gregory coming in, putting that one back. A player we haven't said much. I think this actually might be the first time she's checked in. And
she's played in both games, both sets so far. And it looks like it might be a service ace coming. Good play there by Charlotte in Perrins to save that ball, but Butler will get this over. Dug out there, Wetterstrom with the set. It's going to be sent over. Going to hit the pin. So Butler will get the point, and they take the lead. And they hit the red zone first, 20-18, timeout, Charlotte.
And yeah, that was another just bad play there by Wetterstrom all the way around. You know, it wasn't the cleanest of balls for her to get, but I don't think she played it quite the right way she could have. And just struggled all in all. But she'll learn from those. Again, you learn more from your mistakes than you do from your errors. She'll come back with a better one there, but I think she just kind of mistimed her ball there, and she was forced to go to the bump as opposed to a proper set. Looking at the stat sheet now here, leading all players with 10 kills is going to be Rowan with 10 with a 500 hitting percentage. And really, that's just it for Charlotte. Then you've got a quad of 4 players there, a quad of players with 3 each. Meanwhile, you look at the other side for Butler. Their leader is Logan with 9, and then with 5 is Shrandon and Ramsayer with 4 as well. Charlotte has also now committed 6 errors to 5 aces, and Butler has cleaned up their serving as well. They have not committed an error since the early going of these sets when we mentioned, you know, about how important serve receive is. Yeah. Charlotte still does have 5 blocks as a team to the 1.5 by Butler.
Yeah, back to those service errors. Charlotte was 6. I think that's really what they were in the lead. They had a lead to start the set, and then they've Butler came back, and now Butler with the lead, partially due to all those service errors by Charlotte. 6 of them in the game so far in 2 sets.
Butler really does seem to have a lot of momentum to them right now.
And Butler's serve will get up. Garcia with the dig, set by Wetterstrom over to Delide. And it'll be sent over, a no-look send over by Butler, and it'll be another attempt there, set up by Logan, over for a free play for Charlotte. Wetterstrom gives it back to Lyde. It'll be a kill for Lyde, her 4th of the game in her 21st attempt.
Hey, yeah, there we go. Butler with a couple of heads-up plays to keep that one alive, but in the end, Lyde does get the perfect ballers. Still caught out of position was Butler, so side out.
As Bowling Green football trails now 17-0. And it'll be pushed over by Logan. Diving save there by her parents for Charlotte. It'll be sent over. Set up by Butler. It'll be sent right back over by Rowan. The deception move there. Set by Wetterstrom over to Rowan. Can't get that kill there. Pushed over and it'll go out of play. Charlotte will get the point. And we're tied at 20. Oh, they're going to rule.
There was a violation there on somebody got into the net for Charlotte, so Butler actually gets the point. And
21-19 Butler with the lead. Coming in for Butler is Davidson, seeing her first action in the second set. She did not do well in the first set. 2 errors on 3 attempts in the first set. Did have a block, though, for Butler. And back to serve for Butler is the libero Lebu. It'll be sent over, joust to the net, and it'll be double hit.
No, it looks like somebody got into the net for Butler this time.
And
neither team is playing clean at the net. We've seen a lot of net violations in this entire Invitational, really.
We've seen a lot of net violations that haven't been called as well.
This is true.
And it looks like we're going to get a challenge.
There's going to be a challenge card.
Issued.
Yes, there will be a challenge issued. So there will be a challenge issued here for Butler. Doesn't want to lose that point. Doesn't want to have Charlotte back within 1.
I'd say that's a good challenge. Even if they lose it, it's a good attempt. This I could be seen overturned because you can clearly see the net violations on the camera. The only camera that we have available for this game. It's also a good way, like we mentioned before.
It does work as a free timeout as well, of course. And, you know, it's definitely worth, I think, another look at because I didn't quite see one there. But, again, the officials are right up at the net. They have a better look. We are right here, but officials have a better look. They can kind of see the movement of the net a little bit better. And either way, though, this is just a way to kind of stop momentum. Charlotte back within 1 now as Butler with the 21-20 lead, trailing 1-0 to the 49ers.
They are taking a long look at this one, so they want to make sure they get this one correct because this could be a game, a set changer, I would say. It's getting late in the set.
Well, you go from being only up 1 to going up 3. It'll be 22-19 if Butler wins this. And, you know, that's, 3-point swing at this point in the set is huge. Butler, again, trying to avoid going down 2-0. And, that's a lot. Going into that third set break, that's a lot easier to deal with. If you're tied at 1, you could sit there mentally. That's just so much better than being down by 2 sets. And, trying to keep your team morale up. Not to say that an 0-2 deficit is impossible to overcome, because we've seen it happen in the past, but
And it looks like we may be getting this call overturned.
we have now a conversation between
the
the two
referees.
officials. Of course, we're right here, but we can't hear it.
Well, I bet you if we took our headsets off, we might.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, no, I
We'll
agree.
get the call soon
We'll get the call in less than 30 seconds.
I don't even think he talked to the scoring table
He did,
either.
he did.
He did? Okay.
Yeah, he did. He talked to scoring table, and he's going to wait for the other referee to get back to his position to call for the point. No, he's going to go back to the scorer's table, it looks like.
And now immediately, here comes Anna Logan. She's already preparing to discuss with the official. So they are going to rule no net violation, so I believe then the rule would be we just reserve.
That's what I was going to ask that question.
Yeah, because technically, actually, no, they will give the point to Charlotte, I think. No, now they take it away.
Yeah,
there we go.
21-19.
So basically, they just take away the point because there's no way Butler would have scored on that one, so we just reserve.
Serves over by Butler. Set by Wetterstrom over to Lyde, who's going to get the kill. Charlotte with a quick kill in that one, and they are back within one, 21-20.
Charlotte says, you want to take our point away, fine, we'll just go earn it the easy way, and puts it down with power.
Yeah, that was Lyde, her 5th kill. And sent over by Garcia on the serve. And it's going to be Logan with the kill attempt. Wetterstrom with mistimed the set there, and a mistimed jump by Galloway.
I don't know if that was a bad set there by Wetterstrom or if that was a mistimed jump by Galloway. I think she was expecting a little bit more air under that. Again, just miscommunication there between the couple of players.
But meanwhile, Butler does get the point. They go up by 2, 22-20. And, of course, Charlotte won the first set here in the second set. So Butler trying to find a way to get it. And it looks like timeout called by Charlotte.
Timeout Charlotte, and yeah, these crucial timeout here. Charlotte going to have to try to find a little bit of a run here as they're 3 points away from dropping this second set and having it tied up, and they would much rather, be up 2-0 going into that break. And again, as I mentioned for Butler, how it's like it could be harder to motivate yourself if you're down 0-2. Not to say that they can't do it, but it's a lot harder to keep your morale up. For Charlotte, having that 2-0 lead, if you were to go into that third set with that 2-0 lead, it's just so much easier to say, yeah, we can close this out. Let's finish it. Let's get ourselves. We got a long bus ride back home. So let's go do it.
You don't know if they took the bus. You said that earlier.
I don't know if they took a bus. There was a bus out there, but I don't know if that was their bus or Butler's bus. They could have flown. I don't know. Well, they still would have to go to Detroit to get.
Detroit or Toledo, yeah.
They'd probably go to Detroit.
Or who knows? They could have gone to Columbus, flown out of Columbus. I doubt it, though.
Yeah. There's so many ways you could fly to Charlotte.
So many
they
airlines,
probably would still have to lay over in Atlanta, though.
No,
I'm
because
making a joke.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say, because we were talking pregame about how Charlotte has a hub for American. But anyways, back to volleyball.
Butler already out of their timeout huddle here. It was just kind of quick, simple message say, hey, let's close this one out. Charlotte saying, hey, we need to find a way to get back in this one here before it's a little bit too late. And again, only a 2-point match. Just kind of say, draw up some stuff, kind of correct what we've seen out there, what they've seen out there. Just very crucial set, I think, here.
A long buzzer there, but Butler back to serve in Rams there.
Whoever's been operating the buzzer this weekend is very trigger happy. They like to hold on to it for a little bit.
And it'll
longer.
be a service ace for Ramsayer and Butler as they now up by 3. Charlotte just couldn't get the dig complete there as it dug it and then went right behind her.
Yeah, it's perfectly placed
Service
ball
ace
and just
for
a little bit of a
Ramsayer.
miscue on the receive.
Only the second ace for Butler in that many sets. And this time set over. Wetterstrom, Galloway with a kill attempt. It'll be successful there as the ball lands down on Butler's end and tipped at the net.
Yeah,
fell right back down.
Right from the block attempt there, just went straight down on the Butler side.
And it'll be Wetterstrom to serve. One ace, one error on the serves for her today. And that serve will go diving save there by LeBeau. And a nice diving stop there by Wetterstrom. Free play coming for Butler. They get it over. Set up by LeBeau. And it's going to be a kill by number 16, Davidson. Her first kill of the afternoon.
You know, I'm pretty sure that went off of Shaw's head. I can't quite tell from my angle, but it looked like it might have deflected off her head as she jumped for that and really should have just let Berg, who was backing her up, get that one because Berg would have had a much better play on it, but I think she'd already committed to it, and then just it was a big mistake there.
Set point for Butler as they're not going to get the set, and it's going to be 24-22 as a very powerful kill attempt, I want to say by Galloway, as it goes to the back of the student section. And side out, Charlotte to serve in Rowan, looking for her 5th service ace of the day. And Rowan's serve will be dug out, set up, and it'll be sent over, pushed over kill attempt, not able, and it's going to be a net violation, or a bad set.
Bad set over there.
By the freshman Wetterstrom, and that'll end the set and the second set. We moved tied 1-1 in sets. I said that word set too many times. And we'll be right back with more Bowling Green Volleyball, or not Bowling Green Volleyball, with more Charlotte 49ers and Butler Bulldog Volleyball right here on YouTube.
We're back out in the Stroh Center here in Bowling Green, Ohio. It's match number 5 of 6 in this Hampton Inn Bowling Green Invitational. This one's between the Butler Bulldogs and the 49ers of Charlotte. It is tied at 1 set apiece as we are between sets here. We're going to go with a stat update here. Chip.
Sorry. So looking at the
stats.
No, actually, I do. I could use some more coffee. Both teams with one player in double-digit kills. Rowan for Charlotte and Logan for Butler. Sheridan for Butler has the next highest kill with 5. So definitely a big gap for both teams. What I would say in the huddles are you need to shut Logan or Rowan down, and that's a good way to pick up the win. As looking at attack percentages, both teams in the 200s. Charlotte with a little higher, the 243. Butler standing at 219. Again, like we mentioned before, service aces and service errors really taking a factor where you got to win the serve and receive. Charlotte has 5 service aces, but they do have 6 service errors compared to Butler's 2 aces to 4 service errors. So both teams with more errors than aces, something that both teams might want to look into as they go through the season.
And yeah, you look at it, it's a lot easier, I think, to commit an error than it is get an ace. But yeah, certainly it's not terrible on either end, especially that Charlotte 5-6, but in Butler's 2-4 is not terrible. But I think for Butler, they turned it around in that second set. You look at it, they committed fewer errors. They only committed 4 as compared to 7. Charlotte committed more errors in set 2. They committed 6 as opposed to 2. So, I mean, all in all, that was just kind of an opposite switch in this episode. It was a closely contested set, and both teams really just proven that they do not want to leave Bowling Green going 0-3 in this invitational. For Butler, it's going to look like this. We've got Logan Ramsayer joined out there with Gregory. That's Brooke Gregory, Shay Horn, and Megan Sharandon. We'll see who rotates out and as LeBeau will have to rotate in. For Charlotte, it will look like this. They've got Anika Wetterstrom, the freshman setter, with Tyra Galloway out there. Sydney Rowan will be joined with Jocelyn Stoner, who I will assume is going to rotate out like they did at the beginning of the match for Yumi Garcia, who waits there to rotate in, as we do see LeBeau rotate out, or LeBeau rotates in for Brooke Gregory. And actually, it's going to be Lyde who rotates out, so for Garcia.
No, Lyde rotated out for Clayton. Clayton, it looks like, is going to get her. Oh, not Clayton. Berg rotated in, and she will be getting her seeing action to start the third set.
Sophie Perrins is also out there. And now here Stoner will rotate out. as the second official will continue to confirm lineups and talk with the scorers table for just a little bit longer a moment. And he says, go ahead and rotate in, Yumi. And Jocelyn Stoner rotates out. Yeah, we are tied at 1 set apiece here heading into the third set. So you will see at least 4 sets here today in this opening match, Saturday opening match of the Hampton and Bowling Green Invitational. Again, this is the 5th one. Both of these teams 0-2 in this Invitational. Second match and final match of the day. The final match of the Bowling Green Invitational will be between the hosting team Falcons and the Vikings of Cleveland State. Charlotte comes right out here with the kill, tipped off the block and out of bounds. So Charlotte will start off 1-0 here in set 3. Stoner will rotate in as Perrins rotates out. Wetterstrom back to serve.
Wetterstrom's done a lot of the serving here today for the 49ers.
This one goes up and over the net. Horn will dig it out. Here comes the setup for Logan. And it finds the back corner as Berg was unable to get to that one in time. Perfectly placed ball there by Logan, who goes back to serve for the Butler Bulldogs.
Yeah, Berg little misread that ball as she thought the kill attempt by Logan was going to go to the right, but it went to the left.
Berg digs it out. Here comes the setup in the middle for Galloway, who splits the block pretty cleanly, and then it goes straight down. 2-1, Charlotte gets the side out. Lyde will replace Berg on the court. Back to serve is going to be Rowan. Again, Rowan with 4 service aces. All of the service aces, actually 4 of the 5 service aces for Charlotte, as we see a tack error here committed by Butler. Point 49ers, it's 3-1. Back to serve will be Rowan again. Up and over the net. We dug out by Logan. Here comes the setup now. It's going to be for Sherandon. Dug out. Tipped by the block is Logan, but dug out here. Now with the setup in the middle for Horn. Dug out by Wetterstrom. Garcia will get this one back in play, and then Rowan will just have to put it over for a free play. Set up in the middle there for Sherandon, who gets the kill, finding that back corner. Point Butler, 3-2. Charlotte still leads by 1. Side out for Butler, and Rillian Dennis will go back to serve.
Again, close matchup so far, 3-2. There's no one's really pulling away in this third set yet so far.
Over the net, Garcia will dig it out. Here comes the setup, punched over there. It's by Shaw. We're going out here on the slide. That's Sherandon. Punched down. Galloway, she's dug out and then just blocked at the net. Actually, I don't even think, there was no block as it just went straight into the net. So a point for Charlotte, 4-2.
As the Butler coach the Charlotte coach not happy about something.
I don't know what she's complaining about because Charlotte did just get the point. It is 4-2 Charlotte. I think all in all, both coaches have not been happy with the officiating here today. There's been a couple calls, and
they're going to say it was a tip.
There was a tip.
And then challenge card comes out.
I'm actually really confused as to what happened here because it looked like they initially called that it went out of bounds with no tip, and now, so that would have made it Charlotte's point 4-2, but then I think they now say there was a tip, tying it up at 3, and now Charlotte is going to challenge that there was no tip. Chip, can you explain further? Because I am actually confused.
I didn't really see what happened because I'm standing right in line with the net.
Right. I don't think there was a tip on that one at all.
I thought it just hit the net.
And
like the attack just hit the net and it went down.
So I think the official call on the court is tip at the net by Charlotte going out of bounds. So it would be point Butler tying it up at 3. But the challenge flag thrown down and
call is confirmed.
Is confirmed. So yeah, moving on. 3-3. So we are tied at 3. Back to serve will be Rillian Dennis again. First official, the up judge says let's go. And we're back underway. As Dennis serves this one again left to right. It's going to be dug out kind of awkwardly, but it is kept alive here and put over by Garcia for a free play. Going over here, it's going to be punched over there by Gregory. On the slide, the attack there by Stoner. Buttons it up against the Butler net. Tip to the net. After it went off the net, here comes Galloway. Galloway's tipped by the block, but it falls down. That's miscommunication between the Bulldogs and the 49ers. Miscommunication amongst the Bulldogs, rather. 4-3 now. Side out as Charlotte goes back on top. Back to serve will be Galloway. Yumi Garcias will rotate out on the side out. Here comes the serve as LeBou digs it out. For Horn, Horn's tipped by the block. Galloway will dig it up in cleanup duty. Here comes Lyde. She'll beat the block and then off of LeBou and then into the scoring table with the tip. Charlotte will take a 2-point lead. It's 5-3.
Good attack and kill there by Lyde, as she definitely reminds me a little of Caitlin Meyer for the Falcons with that strong arm release.
Back to serve will be Tyra Galloway. Puts it up and over. It'll be dug out. Set up in the middle there for Gregory with no tip. It goes out of bounds a little bit too much there, so it's 6-3. Charlotte up by 3. Again, tied with one set apiece here in set number 3. Galloway to serve again. It'll be Galloway putting this one up and over the net, dug out. Here comes the setup now on the far side. In the middle there for Stoner of the 49ers. Going now again for Horn. Horn, she'll be dug out. That's Rowan. Stoner again gets set up. LeBou tries to dig it out, but she can't get enough air under it. And Megan Ramsayer was unable to slide in and dig it out on the second touch. So 4-point lead now for the 49ers. It's 7-3.
Wouldn't surprise me if the Charlotte 49ers get another point here. Butler would probably call a timeout, as they're trailing 7-3 are the Bulldogs.
Galloway serves it up again. Logan digs it out on the receiving end. This one's set up there for Sherandon, who gets the kill right there at the feet of Galloway. Galloway will rotate out on the side out as Yumi Garcias rotates in. Back to serve, number 13, Megan Sherandon for the Bulldogs. They're trailing by 3. It's 7-4. Up and over. It goes right to the net, so that'll be a service ace there for Sherandon. That'll make the team's 3rd service ace of the match. 7-5. Sherandon to serve again.
And the ball's over. Dug out by Garcia.
Here comes the setup now on the far side. That's for Molly Shaw. Thrown back over there by Ramsayer with the one-handed throwdown. It's now 7-6. Butler on a run, getting back within 1. Back to serve once again will be Megan Sherandon. She'll take her time, dribble the ball out. Now she's ready to serve. Put this one up and over. Rowan on the receiving end. For Lyde. Lyde tipped by the block, but it doesn't matter as it finds that back edge. Side out 49ers. It's 8-6.
And we got a plethora of substitutions coming for Butler. Thought there were 4 substitutions as 4 players went over to go to the area where you get subs. Only 2 came out.
Milstead does check in. Back to serve will be Sophie Perrins as she just rotated in. She rotated in, I believe it was for Stoner. No, actually, correction, that's Molly Shaw. It's dug out by Logan. Here comes the setup for Horn. Diving save there by Garcias, but no one's able to get to it for the 49ers, so that tip just goes out of bounds. Side out Butler, it's 8-7. And now it'll be Zimba checking in. She will replace Horn to serve. Jillian Zimba, sophomore from Zionsville, Indiana. Listed as a defensive specialist / libero. Obviously, she's not wearing the white jersey, so she's the defensive specialist. She serves that into the net for Butler. That's their 5th service error. Lyde will check out of the game as Berg checks in to serve for the 49ers.
2-point lead for the 49ers.
This one flies up and over the net. It'll be dug out there by LeBou. Here comes the setup now for Logan. She's tipped at the net, jouts to the net, punched back over by Stoner. LeBou recovers, giving this one over now here to Logan. Diving save there by Berg, but unable to get to it now is Anika Wetterstrom. And so the chip goes into the scoring table and side out Butler. It's 9-8 LeBeau goes back to serve. The libero for the Bulldogs puts this one up, and it gets over the net. Dug out there by Perrins. Here comes the setup now for Rowan. She's blocked at the net, but Garcia keeps it alive. For Stoner. Stoner with the punch. Kept alive there by the Bulldogs, but they will believe the rule. Yes, a double touch there. Committed there by Logan after the block. So it's 10-8, 49ers back up down by 2. Garcia on the side out will serve. Stoner is replaced on the rotation by Tyra Galloway for the 49ers. Garcia waits the signal. She will just double dribble the whole time. And now she gets to go. She will go right to left. It's a low soaring serve, but it's kept alive there. And punched over there by Ramsayer. But Rowan will get the setup. Garcia keeps it alive. It goes right back on the Bulldog side. 49ers with it now. Galloway dug out by LeBeau. In the middle there for Zimba. Berg. For Rowan. Rowan finds it on the touch over the block and then splitting the Bulldog defense. It's now 11-8. 49ers on top by 3. We will see Garcia serve again. Garcia. Up and over. It's a short one, but diving Zimba saves it. Set up here now for Logan. Logan dug out by Rowan. Rowan will get the setup here from Wetterstrom. Tipped again, and then third touch gets sent over. Almost a pretty good one, and it does result in a kill there. As just putting that one over there was Ramsayer for a free play, but 49ers were caught off guard by it, and the second touch just sends it into the net and then down. 11-9, Bulldogs get the side out. Ramsayer back to serve. It's going to be dug out right near the net. Wetterstrom sets up Galloway, but Galloway's blocked at the net. In on that one, I believe, was Melody Davidson and Logan. Might have been Logan. It might have been Sharandon. Couldn't quite catch the number, but it was definitely
Logan and Davidson.
So it's put up and over. It's dug out there by Berg. Deception move by Wetterstrom is dug out by LeBeau. Here comes the setup now for Logan. She's blocked. Kept alive. Logan goes again over, and Garcia digs it out. Wetterstrom sets up Garcia to put it up and over. Deception move put up there on the first touch. Galloway puts it over. UNC Charlotte recovers. And eventually the Bulldogs do get the kill in the middle there. I believe this time it was Sharandon.
And we're knotted up at 11. The Butler faithful on their feet.
Tied at 11 here. And again, tied 1 set apiece in set 3. Donovan Mann and Zach Crennan bringing you the call here on YouTube Live. Or as he likes to go by, Chip Galloway. Going to be dug out here for Rowan. Rowan's tipped up and above. Dug out by Logan. Here comes the setup now for Sharandon. Garcia digs it out. In the middle for Galloway, who finds the back corner for the 49ers. Side out, Charlotte. 12-11, Butler.
12-11, Charlotte.
12-11, Charlotte.
Back and forth action again in this third set.
We'll see Molly Shaw rotate in as Perrins rotates out, and back to serve will be number 14, Anika Wetterstrom, the freshman setter. Up and over. Zimba digs it out. In the middle there, that's Sharandon, or actually Logan, and the dig goes right back to the Butler side.
2 straight attempts by Logan.
Tipped there by Shaw, dug out by LeBeau. And the kill attempt goes out there again by Sharandon. And that'll make it a 2-point 49er lead, 13-11. Really impressed what I've seen from both sides.
Back and forth action.
Here comes the setup now for Logan with the tip. Garcia dives in to dig it out. Here comes the setup in the middle for Galloway. She's blocked. Rowan. Over now. Kill attempt tipped at the net, but goes into the scoring table as LeBeau slides into it. She's okay as she quickly gets back up.
That was a dangerous play there by LeBeau.
Putting it all on the line there for Butler, trying not to fall down 2-1. It's 14-11 here in set 3. Charlotte, after a quick Butler run that tied it up, Charlotte now on their own 3-point run. As this one's put up over by Wetterstrom. LeBeau will have to put it back in play, and then just putting it over is Sharandon. But they're going to call a bad touch there on the Bulldogs. So point for Charlotte. It's 15-11 now.
Sheridan just didn't put her have the right hand motions or figure her hands in the right way. She's charged with the attack there.
Here comes the setup there. It's blocked, kept alive there, and an error there, as I believe they will call lift ball on Shaw, and yes, they do. Side out Butler, it's 15-12. Charlotte still on top as Logan will go back to serve for the Bulldogs. Up and over the net, it'll be dug out there by Rowan. Here comes the setup for Shaw. Shaw gets the kill as she splits the block, and LeBou is unable to dig it out. Side out Charlotte, 16-12.
Charlotte again up by 4. Butler's done a really good job of, after losing 3 to 4 straight points, they always clobber their way back into the game.
Lyde replaces Berg on the side out for the 49ers. Here comes the setup for Sarandon. She's tipped, but Rowan will dig it out. Correction, that's Wetterstrom digging it out. Set up here now for Rowan with some power. Goes off a Bulldog and in towards the Cleveland State volleyball team that's sitting there behind the Butler side. Timeout Bulldogs as they trail by 5, 17-12. 49ers on top here in set number 3, where we're knotted up at 1 set apiece.
Yeah.
So back and forth set we saw here at the beginning, Chip, and then Bulldogs going a little bit of a run, tie it up at 11, and then Charlotte goes on a little bit run, and now we're up. Now it's 17-12 with Charlotte up by 5. What have you seen out there that perhaps the 49ers have done a little bit better than the Bulldogs?
They spread out the scoring. Rowan has 14 kills. Lyde has 6. Galloway has 8. Shaw has 6. Stoner has 4. Those are the only 5 players for Charlotte with kills. Well, meanwhile, you look at Butler. They have Logan with 12, Sheridan with 8, and Ramsayer with 6. Horn with 6. They're more efficient, I would also have to say. They're hitting a 284%. Are the 49ers of Charlotte, while Butler's only hitting 215. Charlotte does have more service errors, only one more than Butler does. But again, it's that serve and receive that we talked about before. The blocking as well, kind of figuring into it. Lyde and Galloway both with solo blocks, while Gregory for Butler has the only solo block for them.
And you also take a look at it. You know, the errors are really hurting Butler. They've committed 14 errors in this match to Charlotte's 9. And Charlotte also has one more kill on fewer attempts as well. So Charlotte, you mentioned efficiency. Charlotte has been really efficient in this match.
And Charlotte, even though they lost the second set, they still hit 200. This third set, they're hitting almost 400 in the third set.
Rowan serves it up and over. It'll be dug out. Here comes the setup over there for Horn. Dug out by Lyde for Charlotte. Punched over by Rowan. LeBou. And now trying to put that one down was Melody Davidson, but she goes too far with it, and she knew it right away. So you could just tell by her body language that she kind of let out a very, very easy to see sigh. Not happy with herself on that one. It's a 6-point lead for the 49ers. It's now 18-12.
Yeah, Rowan leading the way for Charlotte. She's playing in the back row for this set.
Horn digs it out. Now it's going to be set up for Horn. Horn dug out by Garcia. Wetterstrom's going to go over now and thrown down hard by Stoner. Actually, correction, that's Shaw with the throw down.
Nice assist there by Wetterstrom. And she's finding her groove now for Charlotte.
19-12, Charlotte up by 7. As Rowan puts this one up and over, it'll be dug out. It'll almost be a service ace, but Logan does manage to punch it in after the first touch on the receive was bad. Here comes Shaw with the touch. Dug out. Set up now for Sarandon, and the block hits the pin on its way down, so side out for Butler as they get a much-needed side out. It's 19-13. Butler does have one more timeout in this set.
Yeah, speaking of Logan, Logan does have a double with 12 kills and 14 digs for Butler.
Set up in the middle here for Galloway. She's tipped by the block, and it goes out of bounds off the tip, so 20-13, Charlotte in the red zone now, leading by 7. Back to serve, it'll be Tyra Galloway. Galloway.
Rowan as well, picking up a double-double, 12 digs, 14 kills.
And now we have a delay in action, as once again the second official has to go and talk with the scoring table. The teams will meet on the court here to kind of discuss some stuff, go over some stuff as a team. those who are on the court.
And the second official talking to the Butler head coach, and Sharon Clark, her 20th season, for Butler, 26th overall. Like I mentioned, 6 years at UC Davis, and then the year before that, she was at Humboldt State in California as well.
This one's served up and over by Galloway. It's going to be dug out by LeBou on the receiving end. Going in the middle there, that is Gregory. She does find the corner there. Gets the side out for Butler. They still trail by 6, though, as Charlotte with the 2014 lead. Back to serve. Sherandon will rotate back to serve. Up and over. Rowan will dig it out. Here comes the setup now. Over there for Shaw. Logan puts that one high. Garcia with the diving stop there. Stoner, but there will be a bad set by Wetterstrom. So that brings the Bulldogs back within 5 as it's 20-15. We will see the serve again from Sherandon. Goes up and over. Dug out by Rowan. Set up now here on the slide. It's Stoner with power. LeBou digs it out. Now for Horn. Horn tries to go one-handed scoop over, but does not find anywhere close to inbounds, so that'll be a side out for the 49ers. It's 21-15.
49ers still up by 6.
Back to serve, it will be Sophie Perrins.
All of the Charlotte players like to do this double dribble routine before the serve.
This comes the setup coming up on the slide. That's number 12, Brooke Gregory, but she can't find it inbounds either. So a couple of attack errors there for the Butler Bulldogs gives 49ers 2 free points. It's 22-15. 3 points away for the 49ers to take set 3 and go up 2-1. Perrins puts this one up and over. LeBou digs it out. Here comes the setup in the middle. That is Brooke. Brooke is tipped by the block, and it goes out of bounds. So side out Bulldogs. They'll get back within 6, 22-16.
Charlotte just needs 3 more points to take the 2-1 lead in the match.
Jillian Zimba goes back to serve. She puts this one up, gets over, dug out. The setup here now for Lyde, tipped by the block, but it's dug out by Zimba. Going out far side and just having to punch that over with not the cleanest of sets. It's set up now for Lyde by the 49ers. Blocked, Garcia keeps it alive. Going now on the other side for Stoner. Stoner, she'll be dug out, that's Milstead. Now in the middle, Zimba puts this one into the net as she tries to get it over. And it just goes straight into the net, no block required. 23-16 attack error there on Zimba.
And it's going to be a timeout called by Butler.
So Butler calls the timeout there. 2 points away for the 49ers to take set 3. It's 23-16 here in match 5 of 6 of the Hampton Inn Bowling Green Invitational. 49ers Bulldogs here on YouTube Live. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in wherever you may be tuning in, if you're a fan of these teams or if you just love volleyball or if you're a fan of Chip. I don't know if Chip has fans, but
yeah, go me.
Anyway, so after a couple of back and forth sets, Chip, it seems like the 49ers have really just kind of, I won't say dominated, because the first part of this set was really back and forth, but here in the middle to late goings of this set, 49ers have just kind of been the stronger team.
Yes, they have. Normally you wouldn't think that of Butler being in a, I would say maybe a little stronger conference, but Charlotte really proven themselves out here this afternoon, as they do hold a 7-point lead. Like you mentioned, between the second and third set, there is a little time where you can go to the locker room, talk to your team for 5 minutes, and the Charlotte coach must have pumped her team up and gotten 23 points compared to Butler's 16.
And of course, the Bulldogs are coming out of the Big East Conference. For the 49ers, they come out of Conference USA. We await the serve. It'll be from Taylor Burke, who rotated in for Lyde to serve on the side out before the timeout. Up and over, dug out by LeBeau. Here comes the setup now. It's on the slide. That's Gregory, but the tip sends it out of bounds. So a point and a side out there for the Bulldogs. They're now back within 6 again. It's 23-17. As back to serve will be LeBeau. Elizabeth LeBeau, again the libero for the Bulldogs. Here comes the setup now. It's going to be Rowan coming on the slide. She finds the back edge. It's going to be set point now for the 49ers. They lead 24-7. Garcia will go back to serve. Yumi Garcias puts this one up. Short serve over that. She does a really good job with that short serve. Bulldogs almost caught off hard. This one's blocked in the net. Rowan gets to it just in time. Doesn't hit the net either. Now she'll get it. We're correcting there on the set. Here it goes now. Punched over. Berg will send it over and just jousting in the net. Garcia saves it after the Bulldogs try to put it back down. That's Perrins trying to put that one over. Set down there. That's Davidson. 49ers put it back in. Logan. Now Rowan will get the set up there from Wedderstrom. Tipped by the block. Point set 49ers as that one goes towards the bench of the Bulldogs. 25-17. 49ers take set 2, or set 3 rather. They lead 2-1 going into set number 4 here in the Bowling Green Invitational.
Hampton Inn Bowling Green Invitational.
What is it, Bonds? James Bond?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes,
okay.
it is.
All right, let's take a look at the stats here before we send it off to break. Rowan now with 16 kills, hitting .455 percentage with 1 error and 33 attack attempts.
Wedderstrom definitely holding her ground coming in after an injury in an earlier match, in a match yesterday.
Does have 36 assists.
Does have 36 assists. She does have 2 errors, though. I don't know if those are just the 2 errors from
she did have the one attack error. She did have the one bad touch as well. I think the really glaring stat, though, the most impressive one for the 49ers is the 1 error and 16 kills on the 41 attempts, hitting .366 in that third set. That's the 1 error in the third set. Meanwhile, their opponents with 7 errors with 14 kills. You'd like to see the Bulldogs maybe clean that up a little bit more, with Logan leading the way with 12 kills, and then right behind her is Shrandon with 9. They've been spreading the offense very well. So have the 49ers. These are 2 teams that have multiple options, I think, offensively. We will step aside, and when we return, it'll be the 4th set here and the Hampton Inn Bowling Green Invitational. Again, 49ers leading 2-1. We'll be right back.
Welcome back out here to the Stroh Center Bill Frack Court at the Stroh Center. Charlotte 49ers taking on the Butler Bulldogs. Heading into set 4, Charlotte picking up the 3rd set victory by the score of 25-17. There were 3 tie scores in that set, but the set before is the main focus. There were 9 tie scores, 7 lead changes in the 2nd set, which really proved to be a breaking set as Butler picked up the set in that one, as Charlotte picked up sets 1 and 3, and they're all right now, Charlotte is being led by Rowan. As we went over some stats before the break, let's just go over them again. 16 kills in 33 attempts, only 1 error, 12 digs, so she does have a double-double, picking up 20 points for Charlotte.
Yeah, Rowan has really impressed me. Again, double-double, as you mentioned. I wonder if she could get a triple-double if she can find 6 more aces in this one. But yeah, double-double for Rowan there. She's done well offensively and defensively. Trying to work at the nets, too. She doesn't have a block officially to her name, but she has been involved.
Meanwhile, Charlotte with the serve over to start the 4th set. It'll be sent over, dug out beautifully there by Perrins. It's going to be sent over for a free play by Rowan.
Did the green throw you off, Chip?
Yes, it did. And it'll be tipped at the net. Point for Butler, as Wetterstrom couldn't get a complete hand on it, and Butler will get the kill. It'll be 1-0 Butler heading into the 4th set.
That's the thing. If you're... And we will now see the serve here coming up and over. It'll be Reagan Ramsayer. She was one up and over, dug out by Perrins on the other end. Set up there, trying to throw it down is Rowan, and she will get the kill. Unable to dig it out was the Bulldogs, so side out 49ers as they tie it up at 1-1. Again, this is the Hampton Inn Bowling Green Invitational, match 5 of 6. You can catch the final match of the Hampton Inn Bowling Green Invitational between the hosting Bowling Green State University Falcons and the Vikings of Cleveland State right here on YouTube Live. You'll have to find the different stream, but just go to bgsufalcons.com. The live stream will be located there. And now we have a netting violation here on this one as the Bulldogs out into the net. Charlotte takes the 2-1 lead early in set 4, again leading 2-1. On the call for that final match, it will be Chip Crennan, who's on the call with me here today. And we will see a service ace there as it's finally punched over by Davidson. Setting up now, blocked is Tyra Galloway by Davidson. Here comes the setup now for Shaw. Going over to Logan for the Bulldogs. Perrins digs that out. Set up now for Rowan. She's not tipped at the net there. And it does go out of bounds, so point Bulldogs, side out Bulldogs, 2-2. And to finish the promo for the final match of the Invitational, Zach Smith will be on the call with Chip Crennan. Again, 30 minutes after the conclusion of this match. Yumi Garcias tries to dig it out, but it's a service ace for the Bulldogs there as Garcias' dig goes right into the net. Bulldogs take the 3-2 lead. Logan is dug out on her serve, and it's another service ace for Logan. And Garcia is a little gingerly gets up there, but her team does help her up, and she seems to be walking fine. She took her time there and almost looked like she might have tweaked her ankle or something, but she's good to go. Here comes the setup now for Rowan. Rowan, she'll be dug out on the other end by Ramsayer. 49ers now with it in their end of the court. It's put up and over there. That's Shaw. Bulldogs give it to Logan. Logan dug out by Garcia. Tipped over there by Rowan. Going now here again, but we're going to have a bad set called here first on the Bulldogs to tie us up at 4 apiece. Actually, correction, it's 4-3 now. Side out 49ers, though, as they'll get the chance to serve, and Rowan will go back.
Rowan looking to get those 6 service aces, as she'll try to get one now. And sent over, and it'll be attacked, blocked at the net, but...
The block goes into the pin.
Oh, block is into the pin. Thank you.
I know, you're having a hard time seeing it because the official's right there. You don't have the greatest of seats, Jeff, but the block clearly went into the pin there.
Yes, and it'll be a side out. Butler to serve. The libero in Lebu to serve. Lebu only 16 digs to her name. Garcia for Charlotte does have 18, so both liberos in double digits. And it'll be tipped in the net. Charlotte will get the point on the side out on the failed block attempt as the ball was tipped. And it's 5-4 Butler. And back to serve will be Galloway for Charlotte.
Galloway has been kept relatively quiet with 10 kills. She had around, I believe, 19 yesterday in one of their matches. 10 kills, that's no small feat. And as we see another attack error here on the 49ers, giving the Butler the 2-point lead, 6-4. Galloway, again, she likes to see those. She led the team. Actually, she was second on the team with kills coming into this one. I think she took over the lead after the fast couple matches. But Rowan, again, was leading, and now she's having the more impressive stats with 17 kills in here.
Well, Galloway does have 10 kills and only 15 attempts. So
court maintenance required.
So her accuracy, Galloway's accuracy, I'd say, is a little more accurate than Rowan. But Rowan's seen a lot of play in the back end.
Well, Rowan's definitely been the primary option this entire match for Charlotte. She's been on the – I don't think I've seen her leave the court, so she can play the front line, back line, all that. She's done a really good job.
Like right now she's playing the back line. And Butler with the set, and it's going to be – it looks like it's going to be number 16 for the attack. Wetterstrom over to Lyde, and it'll be sent over. Wetterstrom with the dig, set up, and it's be Rowan from the back. And same thing for Charlotte now with it. They're going to look for Shaw on the outside, and she's going to get it as it went past the diving LeBou for the point and the side out for Charlotte. It'll be 6-5.
And Molly Shaw, she's actually gotten more touches than Galloway. Molly Shaw, she wasn't really looked to too much, and she was kept relatively quiet in the other two matches. I think she's also been a difference maker compared to the first two matches in the Invitational versus this one. She's got 8 kills in this one, hitting 292. A really good day for Molly Shaw.
And that ball will be a service ace for, I believe, number 4 in Perrins for Charlotte as they tie the game at 6.
Yeah, beautifully placed ball and a hard one to deal with. And Bulldogs, again, we've mentioned they've struggled kind of on the serve and the receive end of things in this one and there. Not the greatest of balls.
And be dug out there, sent over, and it's going to be a kill attempt. Successful there by Gregory, her 6th kill of the night. I am used to broadcasting at night.
Yes, you are very much used. Most games happen at night, but in these invitationals, a good old matinee is never a problem.
Side out for Butler.
Matinees, I've heard, are harder to play in too because you get into this routine when you're used to playing at like 7 or to the afternoon, but your routine kind of gets thrown off as we see 49ers commit another attack error. It's a point. Bulldogs kind of get your routine thrown off. You got to mentally wire yourself a little bit differently. And we've seen teams who have these matinee starts they could be the most dominant team in the world, but when they have a matinee start, they just, for some reasons, they struggle. But I don't see that in either of these teams. They're both fighting really hard.
That could have been a
reach over.
Definitely looked like a reach over by Butler.
Yeah,
it'll be a bad set by Westerstrom.
Yeah,
or Wetterstrom.
Wetterstrom, she got away, I think, with a little bit of a reach over there on that one, but ball don't lie, and she committed a bad set there instead. So
9-6 Butler. Butler now pulling away in this set. 2-1 set lead for Charlotte. Wetterstrom with this set, and it's going to be a successful kill there.
There was a good
by
set
Stoner.
That was perfectly placed there for Stoner, who just timed it so well.
And side out into serve now for Charlotte is Berg, seeing her looking for her first service ace. She's close to the double digits in digs with 9 digs so far in the game. That's going to be a service error, though, as she couldn't get the right amount of oomph on that serve. So it'll be another side out. This time Butler now to serve 10-7 in favor of the Bulldogs. Back to serve for Butler is Gregory.
Butler clearly here in the early goings, you can tell they are not ready to go away. They want to force set 5. They want the chance to win this match.
And it's going to be back-to-back service errors, so right back side out. Now, as a ball will go into Charlotte's side of the court to serve. 10-8, Butler leads down as they trail 2-1 in the match. Back to serve is Garcia. Garcia's going to get some wood on that one. And it'll be from the back row, it'll be Zemba, but it will go too far. Point Charlotte, 10-9.
Now they're on a little bit of a run here, trying to get back and tie this one up. It's 10-9. Butler Bulldogs, again, mentioned it a couple times already. Momentum killer on that service error, and then another error on the attack.
A nice low serve by Garcia, but it will be sent over by Davidson for the Bulldogs for the successful kill. 11-9 Bulldogs. Back to serve on the side out for Butler will be Ramsayer. And her serve will go over. Will be dug out, saved there by Westerstrom. Sent over for a free play by Charlotte. And it'll be down and a kill for Logan, her 14th kill of the night, or of the afternoon. And Butler now back up by 3.
Logan has been the driving force. She's obviously been the primary option offensively as we see Charlotte call timeout 45 attack attempts for Logan. She's hitting at a 222.
Tongue twister there.
English.
222 tongue twister.
Yeah. A 222 hitting percentage. 14 kills, 4 errors for her. She's been very strong here throughout this match. You'd love to see her get a little bit more from that one, but she's also being backed up nicely by Sharandon and Gregory, both with 10 and 6. Don't forget Ramsey, the setter, with 6 kills as well and 36 assists.
9 digs. She's close to a double-double.
Yeah, she's
or triple-double.
She's very close to a triple-double. And so, yeah, she has definitely been a driving force, a lot more offensive. Talking about Ramsey as far as a setter is concerned. And I forgot, Horton all the way down to the bottom of the StatCast here has 7 as well. So offense is being spread very well by both of these squads. And, Butler right now, I'm taking a look here, hitting 235, only committing 2 errors thus far in this set, playing a lot cleaner with those 6 kills, while Charlotte, 4 kills, 2 errors on 14 attempts, hitting 143. Not terrible, not great, though. They also do have a block in this one as well as an ace. That's the one thing I think Butler has struggled, though, with is at the net. They aren't greatest at blocking teams right now. Only 3.5 blocks as a team and none in this set. So it'll be interesting to see if Butler can improve that. Something to look forward for them as they go forward in this season. And again, these are smaller conference teams, I think, as well. So when you talk about Group of I versus Power 5, Group of I teams, when you talk about them, their season, a lot of them discuss, we have our non-conference season, but our season really starts when we hit conference play, and they like to gather harder opponents, especially the Falcons who talk about BG. They like to gather harder opponents because they feel like it prepares them better for Mid-American Conference play.
Yes, it does. Meanwhile, we're back underway here, and it'll be a kill and a side out for Charlotte. I didn't see who got the kill there. And Westerstrom will go back to serve for Charlotte on the side out.
Westerstrom awaits the signal.
And her serve's going to get over. It'll be Lowe's dig out there. And it'll be blocked in the net by Charlotte. Dug up, set up, and it's going to be a kill attempt. Beautiful dive there by Berg, her 10th dig of the day. It'll be set up, and it's going to be Logan over for the play. And it's going to be nice block there, but unable to get it back over is Davidson for Butler, and it result in a Charlotte point. Charlotte within 1, 12-11.
Galloway with her 11th kill now. Let's go along with a few digs as well as 5 total blocks.
Butler receives the serve, and it's going to be set up beautifully, dug out there by Westerstrom. It'll be sent over. A one-handed jab by Ramsayer. We'll get it over, blocked to the net, but it goes down on the Charlotte's side. So Butler point, they're back up by 2, 13-11.
Yeah,
side out.
One thing I've noticed with Sydney Rowan is she's not the greatest at blocking. Not to say that she's bad at it. She's not the greatest. She sometimes struggles with her timing, sometimes struggles with her strength, and you need to be sure when you go up and block. And I just see some unsureness when she goes up to block. But again, she's a great offensive force out there.
Well, Davidson with a solo block there, but it goes right back on her side. And it'll be sent over on a left-handed kill attempt by Sheridan, and she's going to get it. 11th kill for Sheridan, and Butler out up by 4, or by 3.
By the way, we did mention Ramsayer. She now officially has that double-double with 36 assists and 11 digs.
I stand corrected. It's 13-12 as Charlotte got the point, so no side out there. And it will be tipped to the net, blocked, dug out, set up by Garcia over to Shaw, and then it's blocked at the net by 2 Bulldogs.
Looked like in on that one was Davidson, and that's one thing she has done very well is Davidson has been really working it well with the blocks there. She's struggled, I think, a little bit offensively, hitting at exactly 0 with 3 kills and 3 errors on a 10 attempts, but she has got 3 block assists to her name.
Yeah, Davidson 6'2", standing, and it'll be a point for Butler. It's a little miscommunication there by Charlotte at the net. Gave Butler a free play. Butler now up by 3. And back to service LeBeau. She's going to get it over. Low almost hit the ground there, but it'll be blocked at the net by 2 Bulldogs. And it'll be again blocked. Charlotte just trying to get it over the net, and they finally do. Over to Butler for a kill attempt. Can't get it. Dug out. Set up by Garcia. Over to Nye for the kill, or for Lyde for the kill, and it's going to be sent over by Logan.
Good job there by the 49ers after they got blocked a couple of times. Keep this one. Now they're the ones with their opponent on the scramble.
And a net violation there as Ramsayer's leg went under the net onto the other side of the court. I don't know if she touched the net, but to me it looks like definitely her leg went under the net. So Butler now only with a 2-point lead, side out, and here in set number 4.
You
Butler
can tell that second official, he's done talking to both these coaches because both these coaches seem to want to complain a little bit about everything. But that's their job. If they don't think the call is right, they will let you know.
And a net violation there on Sheridan for Butler. Charlotte back within 1, 15-14 Butler leads in the 4th set, but in the game they trail 2-1 to Charlotte. Charlotte in back to serve in Galloway, gets it over, and it'll be sent over out of play. Too strong there by Gregory, and we're tied at 15 in the 4th set, not the 5th set. That'd be more interesting if it was the 5th set. Tied at 15. It'd be a lot more
interesting if we were tied at 5th set.
Of course, if there is a 5th set, you played at 15 instead of 25.
But you have to win by 2.
But win by 2, you're right. It would be a kind of a grab kill attempt, and be blocked in the net by Butler, and it lands on the side of Charlotte. So Butler regains the lead. They lead 16-15.
So every time I talk about a team struggling to block, they prove me wrong. And right here, Butler, they're working really well now at the net with Horn and Horn up there, as well as it looks like Sharandon, Gregory, company, all of them up there really working well.
Garcia with a poor dig there. She sends it over, and it will be capitalizing on that opportunity as Butler, as they get it right in the line. Butler gets a 2-point lead.
Yeah, Horn looked to that one all the way up and then down as she saw that one perfectly placed ball on the back line.
And it's going to be a service ace. I believe that's Sheridan on the serve. Her 3rd ace of the afternoon.
Sheridan working really well. She's doing really good job serving for the Bulldogs here in this one. You mentioned 2nd service ace there. Actually gives the Bulldogs 6 service aces as a team.
And it'll be kill attempt blocked at the net. And it'll be sent over, dug out there by Rowan. Rowan to Westerstrom, to Nile. And she's going to get the kill to Lyde. And Lyde gets Charlotte back into the set as they only trail by 2 now. 18-16, side out. Charlotte Perrins coming in to serve for Charlotte. She's waiting for the referees to blow the whistle. Whistle blown. She's going to do her double dribble routine. Serves up. It's going to go over. It's going to dug out there, set up, and it's going to be out on the outside for a kill. Dug there by Perrins. Perrins over to Lyde. Lyde gets the kill. Charlotte within 1, 18-17 on 2 straight kills by Lyde.
Yeah, Lyde has been hot and cold in this entire one. She has 8 kills to 5 errors, but she has also been a really good force for them when she is on, and now see Brittany Robinson actually checking in.
For Ramsayer, an interesting move there for Butler.
We also see Maria Shore check in for the first time. I don't think I've said her name all weekend for Butler, so it's maybe a little bit of a change up here. Maybe perhaps the coaching staff for Butler seeing something that might benefit these players playing as opposed to the couple players, maybe just some fresh legs.
And Shore and Robinson try to combine for an attack there. The 2 players just came in, and they can't get it as it's going to be an attack error on Robinson, and we're all tied at 18.
Yeah, Shore's actually coming in now to play setter as Megan Ramsayer went out to the bench, and she's not happy, I think, about being pulled, but perhaps, you know, this is your 3rd match of the weekend. Perhaps you're a little tired.
And Butler will get the point, 19-18 on that kill. Inside out, and it looks like challenge card maybe. As the coach, no challenge. As the Butler coach told to go back to her bench. Meanwhile, serve will hit the net by Zimba, and we're tied at 19.
It'll be interesting to see because Butler's used both their timeouts. They might want to, after they had pretty much dominated this set, quote unquote dominated. It's not been super big, but it's been big. Perhaps they might want to consider using a timeout here if Charlotte can get this point.
And they won't. Charlotte gets the point, and you called it. They will call a timeout. Butler does call a timeout. Charlotte first to the red zone, and here in the 4th set, If they pick up 5 more points before Butler can get 5, Butler's going home 0-3.
Yeah, certainly, you know, Butler, this has been a hard-fought set for Butler. Butler definitely came out stronger at the beginning, but I think Charlotte, after they called that first time out, they really found something that worked well for them. So Butler, when they went to the bench, they found a couple of different things. They went to the bench here. They went to Maria Short, set her, see if she could kind of relieve Megan Ramsayer, who's been doing the setting duties all weekend. And, you know, they've had all their sets have gone extra. There was no sweep involved, and maybe just some tired legs. We'll see if they bring in some more fresh legs to get involved here. Just try to empty their bench, because again, you don't want to go home with on a winless weekend. And you know, Charlotte, we mentioned in their first 2 sets or their first 2 matches, they got swept by both their opponents. So they're looking to come back, I think, strong. They've definitely got a better taste in their mouth as they've already won 2 sets here in this one, trying to win this match, trying to go back to Charlotte. Of course, they lost their starting setter to injury. Rally around her as well. Really, it's just been a stronger display, I think, from Charlotte here to come back, take the lead now in this one. They're hitting a lot better. They've looked cleaner in these past few sets. Meanwhile, I think Butler has just committed a few too many errors here in the later going of this one. They've now got 8 errors. That's in this set alone.
Yeah, and they're only hitting 0.56%.
And Charlotte has committed 2 blocks as well. Charlotte's been very strong in the nets, and I think Butler's struggled to find an answer for them. We'll see what Butler's drawn up, see what they've decided to go to here. But it actually looks like we will see rotating back in will be Megan Ramsayer. So an experiment with the younger freshman setter ends now, at least for this one, as she maybe just needed a quick breather. Also checking in for the Bulldogs is Milstead. But we await the serve from from Berg, rather.
Berg, 10 digs. That's pretty much the only stat to her name so far. And it'll be set by Raismayer over to Logan for the kill attempt. Can't get it to go there. It'll be tipped not tipped at the net. Butler with the point. We're knotted up in the red zone at 20.
Yeah, just a little bit too much air there on the attack there from the 49ers. And I mentioned, you know, Bulldogs, they are a team that likes to fight. They are a team that likes to win. And they will certainly, I mean, any team likes to win. I don't know a team that likes to lose, but they're going to fight. They're not going to go down here. They're going to go down swinging. They don't want to go down.
And over to Charlotte for the kill, and they're going to get it. I believe that was number 7 in Rowan with the kill. Her 19th kill of the night. Afternoon.
Yeah, Rowan has been very strong, very impressive.
She's almost killed the whole set.
Definitely for her, she is the player of the match. If the 49ers were to hold on to this one, I would name her the player of the match.
Both teams with 51 total kills. And it'll go over to Rowan. Diving save there by Garcia. Westerstrom with the set, and it'll be a poor set. Point awarded to Butler.
And so we go back and forth again, rock and teeter-totter.
That'll be blocked in the net, sent over. Diving save, they're going to say.
They call a Bulldog in the net, so Bulldogs looked like they had the 49ers back on their heels. But a Bulldog got into the net. Timeout, Bulldogs.
As Butler uses their last timeout.
And, you know, I know it was unnecessary at the end, but Berg made a pretty good diving play there on that last one. She definitely got the 49ers back in the play, and they were going to be able to at least get the ball back over thanks to her diving play. It's all for naught, though, of course, because the meth violation. But you like to see that hustle from Berg, and I've liked the hustle I've seen from both sides, but Charlotte really out there playing hard. By the way, Rowan now with 20 kills on the afternoon. She is head and shoulders
She's in the red zone by herself.
Of course, we already mentioned her double-double with 14 digs. And behind her, you know, got Galloway with 11 on 18 attempts, hitting .556 after only 1 error to her name as well. Actually, they just took a kill away from Rowan on the StatCast. So it's only 19 for her. You know, you look at the other side, Logan, 15 kills on 50
No, they gave it back to her.
Okay, they need to decide what they're doing. Keep going back and forth with this stream, or this live stats. We'll update that later.
22-21 Charlotte, as both teams finding their way back onto the court. Bill Frack court, that is. here on the campus of Bowling Green State University, hosting the Hampton Inn Bowling Green Invitational. I got it. Donovan Mann, Chip Crennan, bringing you this game. Following the conclusion of this game, 30 minutes after this game ends, Zach Smith and I, Chip Crennan, will have the Bowling Green Cleveland State game. Winner of that game will pretty much win the tournament.
The winner of that game, both those teams in this tournament are 2-0. So the winner of that one will be crowned the champion of the Invitational.
And it'll be killed by Rowan. They're going to say it was out, though. And Cleveland State, or Charlotte now up 23-21. They're 2 points away from winning the match.
And, Butler now out of timeouts. There's not much they can do except
maybe pull a challenge if they need to.
And there's got to be something. You've got to challenge, too.
And that's going to be a kill by, I believe that was Sheridan for Butler. 23-22, 49ers.
Sheridan also close to a double-double. She's got 11 kills and 9 digs.
4 players for Butler in double-digit digs. It'll be Logan to serve. Dug out there by Berg. Over to Rowan for the kill attempt. Great diving dig there by LeBeau. Another diving dig, and it's going to go out. It'll be 23-all here in the 4th set. Butler 2 straight points after falling by 2. It'll be timeout Charlotte, as now both teams are going to be without timeouts.
Yeah, and now Butler, again, no quit whatsoever from the Bulldogs. They want to see a 5th set. They want to see a chance to win this one. 49ers, of course, they just say, hey, we've got a long drive back. We want to get back to Charlotte. But credit both these teams. They are putting it all out on the court here. And, of course, they'll get a week off before they all go off to their next preseason invitationals. And, this is it for them. This is it here in Bowling Green. They want to send the orange and brown crowd that is slowly starting to gather, and they want to send them home happy, and they want to send them home knowing that these are 2 teams that were impressive. They don't want to think about Bowling Green, Ohio as a place that they can't win at. They want to think of a place that, hey, we beat the Bulldogs, or hey, we beat the 49ers. It's all about winning. Because again, there's no trophy, there's no podium. They're not going to say, oh, well, we got 3rd, so we're going to get a bronze medal or anything in this invitational. No, it's about winning. It's about your name. It's about respecting your school. It's about saying, hey, I am proud to play for the University of North Carolina of Charlotte. I am proud to play for Butler. I am proud to be a Bulldog. I am proud to be a 49er. It's about pride at this point, playing for your school, playing for your team, playing for yourself, and playing to win.
Yeah, or just you want to see some good volleyball.
Or if you just want to be, yeah.
I summed that up pretty well. Meanwhile, Butler, as they're back on the court, Butler to serve, and Logan looking for her 3rd ace. And it's going to hit the net. Charlotte's got the point. It's match point for Charlotte. No timeouts for either side. Butler needs 3 straight points to move to a 5th set. They need at least 1 point. They need the next point. Otherwise,
they need to force extra points first.
And set up. And it's going to be over, and it'll be out. Charlotte's going to win this match 25-23 in the 4th set. Butler goes home 0-3 in the tournament. Charlotte will go home 1-2 in the tournament.
That improves Charlotte's record to 4-3 on the season. Butler will now fall to 1-5 on the season. But I tell you what, Butler, they didn't win a match in this invitational, but they had plenty of opportunities to. They had a lot of chances. They were in each and every match to begin with. And unfortunately, they just couldn't come out, couldn't get the right plays. And thing is, in this one, first thing I look at is those 28 attack errors. That's something you want to clean up if you're Butler, because your opponent only had 14. Sure, if your opponent's making mistakes, you can get away with that. But Charlotte played some really clean volleyball all the way around. They fought hard. They worked hard. Both teams, they put on impressive volleyball display all weekend, and Charlotte comes out here with the victory in this one.
And
player of the match will be Sydney Rowan. 20 kills, 14 digs for a double-double on a 370 hitting percentage. Only 3 errors. She had a very efficient match for the 49ers. Also, you add those 4 service aces to her name. That is a very impressive display. Sydney Rowan again leading this team in kills. She's got a bright future as the 49ers move forward.
Yes, and I would say good effort there. A very hard-fought match by both sides. Butler, of course, coming out on the losing end. But I could see Charlotte coming through this, thinking of this as a morale boost for them, as that's going to end this broadcast for the Butler and Charlotte fans. Coming up in around 30 minutes, the Bowling Green Falcons will take on the Cleveland State Vikings in the final match of the Holiday and Bowling Green Invitational. And with that, we want to thank you for tuning in and listening. This broadcast has been a presentation of this broadcast audio-wise has been brought to you by the Bowling Green Radio Sports Organization, and the video has been brought to you by WBGU-TV. Thank you, and have a good rest of the day.